Yeah, hi there, and these comments again are for WM, and you sent me 2 emails on June 22nd, and I apologize, it's taken me a couple of days to get back to your messages. I am the Placement Testing Coordinator here at California State University, San Bernardino, so we're doing our placement testing this week for our new students, so sometimes I get busy right around this time. So let's see what you said. Alright, so you said, I'd like to take part in the Fulbright exam in the coming year, so I have got some problems with my essays as well. I hope you take my hand in this part of the essay writing. By the way, is it possible to give some tips about essay writing as well? Yes, it is. Practice. My online course has over 40 independent writing practice tests. I have 43 integrated writing practice tests. Start completing writing practice tests. That's one of the best ways you can improve your writing is through practice. Okay, let's go to the next email that you sent. Okay, here it is, and this. So you say, after watching your video that you sent me, I thought, let me be more specific about my future with my dear teacher. I'd like to call you teacher, so my name is, I'm going to just say W.A. I have advanced speaking classes, which is supported by the U.S. Embassy in Kabul, Afghanistan. That's great. You say, I'd like to take part in the Fulbright exam to get my master's degree, so in this case, I'd like to have IBT TOEFL score at least. I should take more than 75 in order to, you want to say here, be accepted in Fulbright. You say, I'd like to take part in the November months. What is your idea? What should I do more? I look forward to your next email. All right. I think we have enough information here. Are you ready? So what you want to do now is, I'd get out a sheet of paper and take some notes. I'm going to give you what I consider a TOEFL plan that will help you reach your goals. Now what I don't know is what your existing TOEFL score is. I don't know that. However, I do know that you want to get 75 or higher, which gives me some information. Okay, so first of all, each day right now, I want you to start reading for about 45 minutes. You can focus on newspapers, magazines, and also books. So I think this is very, very important for you right now. Number 2, also practice your listening every day for about 45 minutes. In this case, if you have English TV, you can use news, documentary history, and especially science programs. This is important. Now, if you don't have English TV and you need to use the internet, I do have 3 websites that I think will be very helpful for you right now. The first one is called National Public Radio. The second website is TED Talks. The third website is Randall's Cyber Listening Lab. So you can also practice your listening at those 3 specific websites. Now, as you're doing your reading and listening practice, you need to get in the habit of note-taking. So every time you read a reading passage or you listen to a lecture, start writing down the main and the most important supporting points of those reading and listening passages. Now, the important thing is you're not just improving your English, but you're also getting used to the TOEFL exam, so you should also practice writing and speaking about these reading and listening passages. So when you're doing the writing practice, my recommendation each week right now for the next few months is that you write 3 250-word academic summaries weekly. Each academic summary focuses on the main and the most important supporting points of the reading and the listening passages. So now you're not just doing reading and listening and note-taking practice, you're also doing integrated writing practice, which is also very helpful for you right now. Now, in addition to doing the writing practice, you should also speak about the reading and the listening passages. In this case, I recommend 3 60-second oral summaries each week. That means you practice speaking about a reading or listening passage for about 60 seconds, and it's also important that you record your voice. You need to get used to hearing yourself and getting used to the problems you have when you do record your voice. A lot of students are not used to doing that, so you need to get more comfortable with recording your voice on a weekly basis. Even then, once you record it, you can pay attention to your delivery, which means pronunciation. You can also pay attention to your language use, including vocabulary and grammar usage. And you can also pay attention to your what's called topic development, which means how you're organizing and developing your ideas. All right, so those are my first few suggestions. So now you're doing reading and writing and note-taking practice. You're also writing and speaking about the information, so you're getting integrated writing and integrated speaking practice. Now, I haven't even mentioned my online course yet. Have you noticed that? I've not even mentioned TOEFL books or anything like that. What you're doing so far is you're reading and listening to passages in which you have an interest. This is important because you'll be more motivated if you find materials in which you have an interest. You'll be more motivated to continue this study for the next few months. Now, as you go through my online TOEFL course, my recommendation is, first of all, I want you to focus on the first 3 sections of my course: vocabulary, pronunciation, and grammar. Complete those parts of my course first. You might, for example, on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, for Monday, you might do vocabulary lesson 1, pronunciation lesson 1, and maybe grammar lesson number 1. So each day do maybe practice in all 3 areas. If you just do vocabulary, or you just do pronunciation, or you just do grammar, you may burn out. So you're trying to have some variety in your study on a day-to-day basis. Now, this will probably take you 1 or 2 or maybe even 3 months, but this is what you do first. Go through those first 3 sections of my course. However long it takes, master the information in those areas. Now, the second thing, then you can go through the listening and the reading parts of my course. It might take you another 1 or 2 months, but do that next. And finally, once you've finished the listening and the reading, then you can complete the writing and speaking sections of my course. So this puts you on a pretty good plan. It'll probably take you several months to follow this plan, but if you're consistent each day, if you study each day and you follow the plan I outlined in this video, you will be able to improve your academic English language proficiency. Now the question is, how do you know when you're ready to take the TOEFL IBT exam to get your score of 75? My recommendation may be, after about 3 or 4 months, take a full-length IBT practice test. You should do that. I think that's going to be very useful for you because you can mark your progress, first of all. You can get a little bit more familiar with the structure and the format of the IBT TOEFL exam, and you build the strength and stamina that's needed to complete a 5-hour English language test. So once you take that full-length IBT practice test, if your score is pretty close to 75, that tells you that you're probably ready to take the TOEFL IBT exam. All right, so how do you do that? Once you become one of my students, you'll also notice that I have, in the 8th section of my course, I do have a link that takes you to another website in which you can take full-length IBT practice test. That's what you want to do. Go to section 8, click on the link. You can learn about those practice tests, and it's a very good investment to take a practice test before the actual TOEFL exam. All right? There you go. This is the plan I recommend for you. The plan that I outlined in this video is to help you reach a minimum of 75 on the IBT exam. How long will this take? Probably going to take you a few months. So if you're patient, you're consistent, you study every day, you will eventually be able to reach your goal. All right, WAN? Anyway, thank you for your comments and all the best to your high-scoring TOEFL success.